Hi everyone, Rochelle from Sprouting Paths Homestead here. I am back in my greenhouse and I wanted to give y'all a little update on the progress of this mini greenhouse that I've set up inside our big greenhouse, kind of like a seedling propagation area where I could keep the mini greenhouse at a temp above 60 degrees Fahrenheit in order to keep my seedlings out here instead of inside our house. So I want to show you what I've done and how I have been successful in achieving this goal. So let me show you what I did. So it's about 30 degrees outside. We actually got slammed with snow on Friday. We got probably between 7 or 8 inches here in upstate New York. So after a nice stretch of warm weather, we got slapped in the face again by winter, saying she's not done yet. So with that being said, inside here, inside the greenhouse, it is almost 90 degrees. When the sun is out, it is so warm in here. But at night, it loses the heat so quickly that pretty much the temps inside the greenhouse match the temps outside the greenhouse. So that is why I created this lovely unit here. This is the mini greenhouse inside the big greenhouse. So let's go inside. So as you can see, I have used some greenhouse plastic. This is 6mm thick greenhouse plastic. It's got the UV inhibitor in it. That's why it's a bit more expensive than other polyethylene plastic you can find at your home improvement stores. This I found on Amazon. So what I did, like in the last video how I showed you, we created a foundation, and on the bottom here, wrapped in Reflectix, is a piece of foam insulation, 2 inches thick. It's an 8x4 piece, okay? Wrapped in Reflectix. And then I have cinder blocks and cement pavers in here, all making like for thermal mass to release heat overnight that it's absorbed from the sun during the day. Also, I had a lot of these cinder blocks on hand. So I was trying to repurpose materials and resources that we already had here. So coming on in, you can see I have one shelving unit here and another one back here. And here are those onions that we started together a couple weeks ago. They are doing lovely. So good. Some are taking a bit longer, and that's okay. So we are doing well. Here's all those extras that I put into a repurposed salad lettuce container. They're growing wild. So we have the onions in here and up here. And here are some seeds that I actually just started yesterday. We have some mint, marjoram, petunias, and salvia in here. So those just got started. Now, I did not bring the peppers out. The reason I haven't brought the peppers out is because they like heat. And I want to make sure that when I bring them out, that my heat is definitely consistently above 60 to 65 at night in there before I feel comfortable bringing the peppers out. The onions and the other seeds I just started, they should be okay with it getting down to 60 or 59 at night in there. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer before I bring out the peppers. As far as heating goes, here is what I decided to use. I have an oil-filled heater with a digital thermostat. We do have an oil-filled heater inside that I've used in the past. However, it doesn't have a digital thermostat, which makes it hard to really know what temperature you have it set to, because you typically have a knob that goes from min to max. and I really wanted to be able to set a temperature. So I got this heater on Amazon, and I think it was like a daily deal for $70. And I have it set to 70 degrees, and it's kind of hard to see because of the sunlight. But on here, it says 70 degrees. It lets me know by a little icon when it's heating, and it's, runs on its own. It's great. I don't really have to monitor it. And overnight, when it gets really cold, it can be 20 degrees here inside the greenhouse, and in here it is typically between 59 and 63 degrees. So it's really doing well to hold the temperature I would like in here. And that's the only heat source I am using inside this mini greenhouse. Now, during the day, the sun is coming in, and this is the south facing and western facing side of the greenhouse, or corner of the greenhouse. So it's getting maximum sunlight during the day. The thermal mass that we have in here, like the cinder blocks and the cement pavers, everything is taking in that heat and slowly releasing it at night. Now I do have some germination mats in here, so when I'm starting seeds, I have them all set up and ready to go, kind of like these guys here up top. These heat mats are on, so those are there. And I do have my LED lights hooked up. I wanted to just make sure that my plants didn't get leggy, so I wanted to make sure that the light was close enough to them. So for now, I do have the lights on a timer that turn on at 6 a.m. and turn off at 7 p.m. And I have just that timer right there. So we are being safe with our electric too. We have surge protectors hooked up here. The heater is on a surge protector along with just a mini fan. So it's pretty much got its own surge protector there. The heat germination mats, those have their own surge protector, and just the timer for the light has its own surge protector. So this has been working very well without any issues, for the seeds that I have here currently. Right up here you can see I just have it hooked up, and I just close this up at night here and attach it with my clip like that. And after I attach it with that clip, I have this second piece here that I just kind of drape down. And I fix it up and I make it kind of hang like that. So that way it is all nice and tucked in at night. Now it gets really warm in here during the day, so that's when I come in and I vent it. So during the day, I just go ahead and I vent it and open it up there, and I'll open up, a door or two inside the greenhouse just to get some fresh air in here and ventilation. Once we get the Inkbird hooked up, which you can see right there, that will help getting the ventilation, and the exhaust will go on a more automatic system, and when it detects a certain temperature, it will turn on and help ventilate the main greenhouse, which will then help control the heat inside the mini greenhouse as well. Now, inside the mini greenhouse, we have one of the Govies, which I've talked about previously, that is a hydrometer, helps monitor the temperature and will alert me if the temperature goes over a preset temperature that I've assigned or under a preset temperature I've assigned. So I have it alerting me currently when it goes below 60 and above 75. Above 75, I want to get out here to vent and get the fresh air into here before we start going over 80, 85. And then if I start dropping below 60, I want to be on top of it so we don't go any lower. But honestly, with this heater, we've been really good staying in between the preset temps. So this Govee is how I'm able to monitor the temp in here and the temp inside the greenhouse, because we have more than one Govee. I think we have 3 separate units. So it just helps to take the guesswork out of the temperature. It alerts you so you're not constantly having to babysit to see if your idea is working, or if something is constantly going on, you want to be aware. So the Govee definitely helps with that. That's pretty much it for the update on the mini greenhouse. I'm not planning on changing much to that at the moment because it is working for me. Once the temperatures in our area in upstate New York in zone 5B, once they start to increase and the temps get warmer, I will definitely be able to put all of my seedlings into that mini greenhouse, because it won't be as difficult for the oil-filled heater to maintain a temp above 65 at that time. Right now it's doing very well overnight between 59 and 63. So I'm gonna run with that, and my peppers can hang out inside in the basement where it's warmer, and currently everything else will be fine right there. So I would say my experimenting and playing around worked out pretty well, and I'm happy. It may not be the prettiest mini greenhouse on the block, but for now it's effective and we're learning. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.